So this is the best video collaboration tool that I've ever used, and hands down the best alternative to Frame.io. I used to spend so much time typing out endless comments, trying to convey my thoughts, ideas, and feedback, and it always ended up taking so much time, being so frustrating, and creating so much unneeded back and forth. But check this out. I can go down here and hit record comment. Okay, so here in this shot, we want to get more attention to the guy in the center, so probably we should add some vignetting on the side. I would like it to be this kind of elliptical shape as well, and also some chromatic aberration. Possibly the dancers need to have white dresses to make the main character stand out more as well. So now that I've recorded this, Flask is going to automatically write the comment in full for me in a nice bullet pointed organized way. There we go, it's doing it right now. But also I can play back the recording, and so it's my voice narrating through what my feedback is for this section in real time, with my mouse moving, with me drawing on the screen, and you see that it's about this entire section. It's seeking, it's changing the frame when I was changing the frame. It's a full recording to convey my full thoughts and feedback. But it doesn't stop here. You can also go down here and change the recording mode to camera. So now, in the exact same way, I have Flask writing out the comments, but then I also have a video recording of me. But let me show you another thing that I use Flask a lot for, which is to record my screen. Go down here and I change it to screen mode. And with screen, I can now choose entire screen. I'm recording my full screen, so I can open, for example, Premiere, my editing software, and show the people on the other side anything on my screen. It could be references, it could be a workflow that I have, it could be examples. And in the exact same way, it's a comment, just like all the other comments. You can view them right here. You can play back the recording if you want. And there we go. So Flask is the easiest way to convey creativity and convey feedback. Now, this is a different version of the same video. And you'll see here that, the interface we've seen so far is pretty familiar to how other video collaboration tools work. But now let me switch to timeline mode. And now we enter a new visualization where I have this, basically a canvas where all the feedback is attached directly to the timeline of the video. So I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can follow through the video as it's playing, and this gives me a very visual way of understanding where the feedback is, where I need to focus my attention. I can go 2x speed, 4x speed, 0.25, and so for example here, let's say that now there's a piece of comment that I need to leave here. Actually, I can zoom in all the way to individual frames, so I have frame perfect commenting. So here I can click add a comment, or I can also press C to do it really fast. So I can be like, hey, this is great. I hit also record, as I just showed you. But also all the editing is visual. So I can, for example, make this a little bit bigger and move this around. And you see that I can visually move things and move feedback on my timeline in a very nice and visual way, so that the comments are not in this disconnected sidebar, but they are visually where they are in the video. But another thing you'll notice is that some of these elements have colors in them. So if I zoom in, you can see here that some of these are marked as done. And this is something you can do in a lot of other tools. But the difference is that done in Flask is literally just a tag, a customizable tag. So I can mark something as done, but in the same way, there is a ton of other custom tags that my team has created on this video. So for example, if here, this is, say, about sound effects, I can create a new custom tag called sound effects. And not only that, you can also go back here and filter for those tags. So for example, here, I'm filtering for all the comments that have the tag sound effect. And you can take this even a step further. So if I hit share, and I can create a shareable filtered view only of the comments I need. So if I want to focus my team's attention just on the comments about sound effects, they just land on this video and they have a filter view of just sound effects comments. They can reply to them as well right here. And also they want that all the comments are still accessible through this panel right here. Now you can also go ahead and share an individual comment. So I can just copy link to this comment right here, copy it to my clipboard, and it's going to be taking me right to that comment as well. And I can also choose to export all my comments. So for example, if I'm editing this video, I can choose to export all these comments to Premiere Pro, and boom, here's the XML file that I can import into Premiere Pro with all my comments, all linked with all the recording links as well. Another thing you can do to add additional depth to your comments is you can also add images. So for example, here, if I'm typing something like, hey, I can also add an image, and boom, the image is there. It's added to my comments. I can view them in timeline mode, in sidebar mode, as I want. So if I go back here, this is my team's homepage. So you see that I have all these flasks right here, and a flask is basically a shareable container. So if I open this one, then you see that I have 2 assets inside. If I hover, I see a preview of the timeline and all the comments in the timeline. If I hit share, it's gonna tell me, hey, this is a flask, it contains 2 assets, and I'm gonna be sharing this basically as a folder to anyone. So I have my permission controls here. I can choose in my team what people can do with this. Do they have full access? Do they have view only access? And the people that access it from outside, they just get a link to this. What can they do? Can they view this or not? And if I go to an asset, then I have even more granular permissions. So in an asset, I can share this specific asset, and I can say, hey, what can my team do? Can they access? Can they comment? Can they view? Can anyone with the link to this video, can they comment, can they view, or do they have no access to this video at all? And then I can just copy the link to my clipboard and share it to anyone immediately. Now, let's go back here, and I want to show you how Flask uploads and folder systems work. So, for example, here, I can create a Flask inside another Flask. Let's call it like demo versions. And there we go. I can change as well the icon if I want to an emoji of my choice. And for example, if I want this to go in here, I just drag and drop it inside. Everything is drag and droppable, also from the sidebar to right here, or from here to, let's say, another Flask. So you have full drag and drop capability. You can organize your things super easily. I can just take a video from my computer and just drag and drop it in. There we go. This video is now uploading and processing, and it's going to be ready for me to open, just like that, and leave comments. This also supports YouTube videos. So here I'm pasting in a YouTube URL, and now this is just another Flask asset. It works in the exact same way. I didn't need to upload it or download it or do anything. There we go. I can just leave comments on YouTube videos in the exact same way as a regular asset right on Flask. Well, now, contrary to how a lot of the other video collaboration tools work, Flask gives you unlimited uploads. There's no gigabyte limitation. There's no gigabytes per user. You can just upload to Flask as much as you want. So if I go here, for example, I can also see this asset right here. I can download a high quality version of this video, and soon you're also going to be able to upload the original uncompressed file that you have uploaded. Navigating around all your files is super easy. Just hit Command K from anywhere, and then the sidebar will open, and you can just navigate around with arrow keys and just say, hey, this is my last open asset. Let's go back to this one. Now, you notice here that this is a shared workspace. It's not only for me, but it's for my entire team. You'll see here that I have my team added. And the way you add teammates, you just literally go to members, and then here you can copy the invite link. You can disable it or enable it if you're an admin. So talking about billing, when a team member joins, you only pay for the time that they're actually a team member. So if they join halfway throughout the year, then you're only going to be billed for the 6 months remaining of that year. If they leave the team before the end of the year, for example, and you remove them, then you're going to get a credit on your next bill for that time. So you only pay for the seats that are actually in use. So you never waste any money. You can also take 2 different assets from your workspace, any assets, and you can compare them against each other. So for example, here I have 2 assets. There are 2 different versions of the same video, and I can just drag and drop them onto the other, and I can compare V1 with V2, see exactly what's going on with each one, and compare and see if the notes, for example, have been implemented from an earlier version. There is a free trial. You can follow the link and get started for free.